All right, Jeff, are you surprised that Google signed a classified AI deal with the Pentagon this week?
Surprised.
Yeah, does it surprise you? I don't know that it
No,
totally
it
surprised
doesn't
me.
surprise me. But
It would
this is
have
the
at
same
one
company
point.
where they got rid of a robotic company because the employees didn't want to be involved in the manufacture of weapons.
Right.
Presciently, because you look at what's happening in Ukraine and it's being fought, and in Iran, and much is being fought by robotic means. A great story this week, just quite parenthetically. Drones saw an old woman walking alone on a road near a front line in Ukraine, and they sent a robot drone to her, put a blanket on it, and put a sign on it, "Sit here, Grandma." And the drone then brought her back out to safety, which I just found fascinating. The drone usage, that is to say, the AI autonomous classified usage, is real right now, today, all over. So in a way, I can understand Google saying, we got government contracts. Look what happened to Anthropic. Got to do what we got to do. But it's also important that Google employees petitioned in opposition.
Yes.
And they've done that before, and they've won before. And this time they were too late, but there's going to be ongoing tension within the company as a result.
Yeah. I mean, and this petition happened the day before the deal was signed. More than, and I can't really show the article because you get to see the first line of the headline because of the pay gating on the Washington Post. Sorry about that. But more than 600 Google employees. That includes DeepMind. That includes Cloud. Actually, more than 20 executives in DeepMind were part of this. And they all sent a letter to Sundar Pichai, CEO, just basically urging him to reject that classified AI work with the Pentagon. A day later, Google signs it. Any lawful government purpose is part of the agreement that they signed, which, okay. I mean, some people are going to look at that and be like, gosh, in the year 2026, what does that
What's
even
lawful?
mean anymore?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. How are they going to push things? Right.
Well, and notably, right, like any lawful government purpose, but this is about classified work. So Google's not going to really know, right? Like there's only so much you can do,
right?
Because it's classified. It's behind a barrier that Google's not going to see. So you just kind of have to take their word for it, I guess. And do you have a whole lot of option or a lot of wiggle room there? I don't know. It's all air gapped, so you don't have, any
it's a funny terms of service thing is Google's never going to know what's violated.
No, exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Good point.
So yeah. And is this? Well, you mentioned Project Maven. That's what you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
The drone imagery thing. That was 8 years ago. When I came across Maven, I was like, oh, that was just a couple of years ago. No, that was 8 years ago.
Well, then they also sold Boston Dynamics. And my impression at the time was that was also under pressure from employees, that they kind of said, no, we don't want to get near this stuff.
Oh, I think you might be right.
As I remember, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, listeners, but I think both were involved in employee hinkiness about potential bad use of the technology they were creating.
Yeah, Google sold Boston Dynamics 2017. And part of the reason for that was that kind of close relationship with the Department of Defense and kind of a public perception around robotics and what is this all building towards. And little did we know then that a mere 9 years later, we'd be in the position that we're in right now with all these companies, having to do this. Or feeling like they need to, I suppose. Anthropic, of course, had its own kind of brush up against this, and I guess that still continues. I don't know how that is, really panned out for Anthropic.
Well, we don't know yet. There was a White House meeting after Mythos, where the White House, I think, is covetous of Mythos. We presume that the government's using it anyway. They've got their hands on it, so who knows where this is going to go.
Yeah.
I think Google's setting a precedent that Anthropic may try to rely upon here. Well, if Google's doing it, they don't do evil. Can't we do that?
Though they ridded themselves of the "don't do evil" or "don't be evil" or whatever
Yeah.
phrase was many years ago. Yeah, apparently the letter from the organizers actually says, quote, "Maven is not over. Workers are going to continue organizing against the weaponization of Google's AI technology until the company draws clear, enforceable lines." And then one day later,
Yeah.
this is where you end up. Okay. I wonder what the internal reaction will be then from the people who signed the letter. Probably hear about that at some point.